Do you want to play the piano but don't have a piano and don't know how to start? Well, you're in luck, because in this video, I'm going to take you through the 2 steps that you need to go through in order to accomplish your musical goals and be able to play piano just how you've always wanted. Let's dive in. Now, starting off with step 1, let's take a look at exactly what this entails. The first step is going to be getting a keyboard, getting your hands on a keyboard that you can use to further your piano journey. Now, I know what you all are saying. Clay, this is much easier said than done. And yes, to a certain extent, you're correct. But let me give you an example of 2 broad kind of categories that you should fit into as far as your situation goes. Now, this is ideally the best situation. Your family has a household piano. So a lot of households already have a piano that you can work with right away. And trust me, take this opportunity and run with it. You have a piano in the house, use it to the best of your abilities. When you have the opportunity to utilize this tool that you didn't even pay for, it's literally a cheat code. Now, you might be on the opposite side of the aisle where your family doesn't have any sort of piano in the house and they're not really into musical instruments. Now, this is where Amazon comes in. If you're just starting out, trying to figure out this journey on how to play a piano, this is going to be the best place to go if you have nothing to start with. Let me show you. So once you're on the Amazon website, what you can do is you can go into the search bar and search something along the lines of best beginner keyboard. Now, if you just search best beginner keyboard, sometimes it will come up with like computer keyboards, and that's obviously not what we're searching for. So I like to put the word piano at the end of it too, so that way it kind of narrows your search. And once you search that, you'll see multiple different options that you get right here, many different price ranges. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the cheapest one that we find first, which is looking like this Rock Jam 61 key keyboard. Now, what you'll notice is in the name of this, it says 61 keys. Now, on a regular grand piano, you'll have 88 keys. And what those 88 keys are gonna give you is a ton of range where you can just feel like you can almost play the piano just how you want it. Now, if you move down to about 61 keys, you're gonna feel a little bit more limited. You're not gonna be able to go as high or low, obviously, but you still are gonna be able to learn how to play the piano, and that's what we're trying to get at here. So this is $109, $110, and it's a pretty good price for somebody who's just starting out if you don't want to pay a lot of money. Now, it looks like it does have speakers. It also has headphones. It looks like it comes with a bench, comes with a stand, so it gives you everything you really need to get started. Obviously, you're not going to get the best sounds. It's not going to be the best quality, but you're not sacrificing being able to learn how to play the piano when investing in something like this. Now, moving up in the price range just a little bit here, we're looking at something that's slightly more expensive, about the $170 to $180 range. And what you're going to get with this is full 88 keys. Now, the name of this brand is Starfavor. Never heard of this before, but if you look here at the ratings, you have 3.8 stars out of 5, okay?
First try.
So you're not going to get something that is going to be completely detrimental to your bank account, okay? You're going to get what you pay for. So it looks like with this, you get full 88 keys, which gives you full range of being able to learn how to play the keys. And you also get a pair of headphones, you get a carrying case, and you get your pedal. Now, the thing with this is that there's no speakers on the side, okay? So you're getting that extra range, but you're also getting rid of the speakers so you can't hear it out loud. Now, that might be a deal breaker for someone, so do keep that in mind. Now, you're also gonna notice right here, it says semi-weighted. And so what that means is the action on the piano or how hard it is to press the keys. So for instance, this one, this is fully weighted. It's gonna feel like a regular grand piano. Now, obviously, the weight of your keys is not gonna determine whether you can learn how to play the piano or not, and I can't stress this enough. You don't have to have the best of the best in order to just be able to learn how to play. Now, as you advance in your playing, you might wanna upgrade, and that's fine, but starting out, you don't need anything crazy. $180 is not bad, but let's take a look at going up the scale if you have a little bit more money to spend. So we're looking at the $270 to $280 range, about $100 more than our previous setup. And you can see here, it's the exact same brand, Starfavor, 4.5 stars out of 242 ratings. So this appears to be a pretty good bang for your buck. Now, what you get with this one is speakers. You get a higher quality semi-weighted action on the piano, and so it's going to feel better. It's probably going to have better sounds as well, which is more pleasing when you're trying to learn how to play the piano. So if you can spend that extra amount, I would recommend investing in that. Also comes with a stand and a damper pedal. Looks like it comes with a music stand. You can throw your iPad, your sheet music, whatever you're doing, throw that on top of there, and you got a nice little setup. By the way, I'm gonna leave all the links links to these products in the description so you can go buy these firsthand. Now I know what you're thinking, how am I supposed to buy this if I don't have any money? And that's where budgeting comes in. Now, obviously, I'm no Dave Ramsey.
Nope.
But here's my philosophy. All you have to do is if you're working a job or even just getting some money a week from whatever little jobs here and there you do, take about $10 every week for about 10 weeks and save it back and don't touch it. So over that 2.5 months, you'll gain about $100 that you can put towards this. And especially if you have money already saved back for a keyboard, you'll basically be able to pull the trigger right away on a keyboard. Or say you go 12 weeks with saving $10 or 14 weeks with saving $10. You're gonna be able to buy something to the $120 to $140 range. It's super easy. Save back that money and you can be playing piano within 3-4 months. All right, so we have our hands on the keyboard. We're ready to go. We want to learn how to play this instrument. What do? That's where step 2 comes in. Now, before you learn how to play the instrument, you want to figure out what your goals are. What kind of music do you want to play? Whether that be gospel, classical, pop, jazz, doesn't matter. Whatever kind of music you want to play, nail that down before you start trying to learn how to play the instrument. Now, once you figure out what genre of music you want to play, and it might be really easy for you to figure that out, there's 3 categories of ways you can learn how to play the instrument. And the first would be trying to find somebody who teaches piano lessons, whether that be online or in person near you. The great thing about having a personal instructor is they can see exactly where you're at. The great thing about a personal teacher is that they can almost go on the journey with you. They're along for the ride, and they can help you out step by step and give you things that you need right where you're at. Now, obviously this costs money, so you are gonna have to invest. And if you wanna do them on a regular basis, it's almost gonna be like a subscription company where you have to pay a certain amount of money each month. So if you want these lessons, you're going to have to invest in yourself. And for most people, it actually might be worth it. But if you don't feel like having to consistently pay for a ton of lessons and spending all this money, what you can do is something more along the lines of a masterclass. And there are masterclasses all over the internet. There are gospel masterclasses, classical masterclasses, where you can go through and hone in exactly on what skill you want. And there's step-by-step instructions, modules. A class like this is almost like a guide map. You can see exactly how you're gonna get from point A to point B with these certain steps in each module or however the class is set up. And a lot of these classes are a one-time purchase, which is better for some people because you can just pay up front and then not have to worry about it. Now, say you're on a complete $0 budget and you don't wanna pay for anything. This is where YouTube comes in. YouTube is the best platform to find any sort of content you need whenever you need it. And that applies to piano. If I want to find something on YouTube about how to play something on the piano, it's going to be right at my fingertips for absolutely $0. Now, how could you effectively get started with learning stuff on YouTube? Well, let me show you. So what you can do is go into YouTube and search something along the lines of how to play piano for beginners. And then you'll see here in the suggested searches all these different things that you could search, whether it be easy songs, Christmas songs, 61 keys, lesson 1, slow, easy. But I'm gonna do the search right here that says step by step. So what you can see is immediately once you search this, you're gonna find all these different suggestions on what to do. Now, what you can do is you can scroll through these videos, find which ones stand out to you, look at which ones will be compatible best with your journey and what you wanna do. You're gonna find stuff that will be easy for you to work on right away and you can start immediately. Once you get through some of these more beginner videos, then what you can do is go through and find songs that you like. That is gonna be one of the most effective ways to get better at the piano. Find stuff that you like. If I went about my whole life doing stuff I didn't like, life wouldn't be much of life, okay? Find songs that you love to play and your skill will increase. I promise you that is 100% guarantee from experience. Now, what you can do is over time, find videos that are more and more advanced. So as you master a video, find another video that you'd like to learn and challenge yourself. So finding videos that are more challenging for you is gonna help you out because it's gonna get you over that next hump. And if you keep doing that over and over and over again, you're going to increase your playing ability like crazy. Now, obviously this isn't something you can do immediately. I've seen these ads for apps like Simply Piano, where little Billy, who's been on his iPad for all 10 years of his life, just now looks at the piano and says, oh, I want to try that, plays the app, and then all of a sudden becomes Beethoven in like 2 seconds. That's not how this thing works, okay? It's gonna take time, and that's why using YouTube over an app like Simply Piano is much better. Most of the time, these apps are scams. Now, I'm not saying they're not gonna help you in your journey. They could get you from point A to point B, but you also do have to spend money in most of these apps. And it's not gonna move you along just like it says in than the ads or anything like that. So that's why YouTube is the best free place to find any content you need in order to be able to progress in your journey of playing the piano. So while all of this can seem like a lot, and I know you have to go through and you have to spend time, you have to spend resources on trying to figure all this out, it is well worth it. If you take these 2 steps and you run with it, you will become the piano player you've always wanted. And if you invest into these instruments or into these things that will help you get better, whether that even be other instruments like drums, bass, guitar, it doesn't matter what you're investing in. If you go through these 2 steps, you will see progress and you will get better. So this is motivation for you. If you want to start, now is the best time to start, because it's not going to get easier, your life is going to get busier. So if you can invest in stuff like this and really work through the stuff up front, it's gonna make your entire journey more easy. Now, is your journey gonna be easy? No. But don't undermine what the effort you put up front will do for you. Now take this, run with it, and become the musician you've always wanted to be.